You know what I don't miss from the early days of my channel? I don't miss making sudden impromptu update videos because something really bad happened, or something that uprooted my entire situation and changes life, and other priorities just come into play where I just have to put out an update video and be like, guys, I gotta drop everything for a while. This is not working out. Something happened, etc., etc. I don't like those update videos. They're very uncomfortable, and I usually can't even explain what's going on because a lot of the times it's personal, and that sucks. This is kind of one of those updates, but it is not all the way one of those updates, and at least I can explain what happened this time. And it really sucks nonetheless, but at least we can talk about it. So first of all, just want to say it's a miracle you guys even got those first two Pokemon White episodes this week because of what happened. Back on Sunday, after I put out that Let's Talk episode, I sat down to record some episodes of Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which you guys weren't even supposed to see till September. I was finally getting around to starting on that one because I'm trying to stay ahead of the curve and make sure that I have a lot of things done ahead of time so that I don't get too panicky when the deadlines start to hit. And was recording a few of those, and then after that, I was going to render all of my Pokemon White episodes that I had edited. I did all the editing the day before and had a bunch on the back burner ready to go, and was super excited, making a lot of progress, feeling pretty chuffed, and about halfway through the recording, my computer clicked off. This is the same PC that I have been using to run this channel for several years now. It is a Frankenstein of a PC because of how archaic it is. And I've had to replace basically every single component in it, but the one thing that has remained intact is the processor, because that processor, for its time, was quite the beast, and even now it honestly gets the job done pretty darn well. It's an 8-core, 3.6 gigahertz processor, which back in 2014, when I bought that thing for less than $1,000, that's actually really freaking impressive. Nowadays, that's pretty standard fare for that price range for a pre-built, but back then that was really, really nice, and I didn't really feel the need to go out of my way and replace that thing because, well, I only used it for one reason and one reason only, and that was video creation. I used it for recording, and I used it for editing and rendering. Now, it had issues in the past, and I've had it click off for things before because, it was, in every way, it seemed like the computer had just overheated, which, if you don't know, PCs are all built in with certain sensors and thresholds where if the temperature goes above a certain threshold, it's supposed to instantly click off to make sure that any of the computer components don't get fried. And you basically just need to address the issue once it turns off. It's the computer's way of telling you, I got too hot, please fix this before you turn me back on again, or do whatever you were doing again. So, PC clicked off while I was recording. I went to clean it down, microfiber wipe certain parts, blow out the rest, and just make sure that it was nice and treated. I hadn't actually dusted the thing in about 3-4 weeks, so it made sense that it would have probably been a little bit dusty, and that would have clogged up a couple of things. So, yeah, cleaned it all up, put it back, turned it back on, and found that nothing was going anywhere. The power supply turned on, the LEDs turned on, but there was nothing going on inside. Like, it was not sending any signals, and that was it. So I diagnosed it. I didn't just immediately jump to conclusions. I spent time working on it, making sure all the components were working, make sure power was routed. All that was fine. I didn't bump anything when I had opened it up to clean it. All good. The processor was fried. It was finally done for, which sucks because that just means no more computer. Obviously, I could go get a new processor and try to replace that, but with the components that are already in that thing, apart from the processor, it has an ancient GPU, even after having upgraded it one time, and that thing doesn't even have DDR3 RAM, so trying to go out and replace those things, get a new processor just to insert in that, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I might as well just get a new PC, but it sucks because now I am without my workstation computer. My backup is a laptop, and it's not a very powerful laptop at that. It's an okay gaming laptop for its time, but pretty much the most intensive thing I do with this laptop these days is make it run modded versions of Skyrim and Fallout 4. That's pretty much it. It is not a super powerful PC, and so it has suddenly been foisted upon the duties of the old PC, which had a much better processor and a lot more memory. And trying to just go out and upgrade this laptop to get the job done for a little while is futile. It's not going to happen. I just need to work within this laptop's constraints for the next while, which means that a whole lot of things are going to get affected. Now, I'm hoping to have that new PC before the end of August, but that's obviously a few months away. So in the meantime, what's going on? What's going on with all the current series? Well, the things I can't do with this laptop are record Elgato footage, period. I just cannot use that capture card whatsoever for as long as I've got this laptop running, and then also try to get things recorded. So if for whatever reason I can't get the new computer before Horizon Forbidden West hits its finale, that's going to go on pause for a little bit. Let me think of some other examples. I can't record Pikmin. I can't do that at all. I can't record any Variety content unless it's like emulated stuff. I can't... what else can I do? I can't record ahead on a bunch of series like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which I said I was working on. I can't record ahead on a bunch of those things in the meantime. So basically what I have to do is I have to just coast along with what we have for the time being. Good news is Pokemon White is recorded all the way through to the credits, so that shouldn't be an issue. Horizon Forbidden West, like I said, is recorded all the way through to the finale. I still have to edit all those episodes, and I'm going to see how that goes with this thing, but so far, so good. From what I've been able to tell, I mean, those Pokemon White videos are actually more intensive than editing my Horizon Forbidden West episodes, so it shouldn't really be an issue. But that still obviously remains to be seen. I still have to actually see what happens, see it all in action first. But for right now, Pokemon White should be good. Horizon Forbidden West should be good, at least until we hit the finale episode. After that, I'm not going to be able to record Burning Shores for a while. NFL Street is good. Its follow-up Mario Party is good. Rhyme is good. Its follow-up is good. The only one that's going to get tricky is the series after that, which I do need to use my Elgato to capture it, but I think it might be okay because it's a pretty short series. Basically what I'm saying right now is all of the current stuff is good until they're done. That's it. Variety, though, I have an episode for this week that's already scheduled, but after that, I don't know, man. I don't think I can do anything else beyond that. I have to really baby this laptop, because if I try to do to this laptop what I was doing to that PC, it ain't going to last very long. I'll just say right now, if you are out there in the YouTube space making videos and you're trying to use a laptop for any reason, for like a lot of high intensity, like if you're trying to use it for like recording stuff, whatever. If you're trying to use it for editing things, though, and rendering videos and things along those lines, and a lot of it, don't expect that laptop to last super long. I mean, they just don't. That's not what they're meant for. You need a proper workstation for those sorts of things, and this laptop is not that. Now, the good news is that with the computer dying, I obviously didn't lose anything of like super big importance besides the hardware itself. All of my video footage and everything, all that stuff's okay. All that stuff's okay. In fact, the good news is I was able to directly translate the editing project for Pokemon White, because I already had all these episodes edited. I was able to directly translate that over to this laptop and then render that out. That is the only reason, by the way, you guys even got Pokemon White episodes this week, because this laptop was a little trooper, and it was able to still somehow render those in time and get it all good to go. I still haven't even set up all my other software on here, and I kind of don't want to. I think I'm just going to have to use... I have Photoshop on here, and then I've got like my editing software, and then I have the capture software, but I'm probably not going to use it. This sucks. This really sucks. But I'm glad at the very least that this isn't like a drop everything. Oh, I can't make anything happen right now. It's not one of those situations. It's not one of those. A lot of the promises that I made in that Let's Talk are on hold for a little while, which, I mean, it's pretty much the whole summer, which sucks. It really does. So at least we'll have, 4 concurrent series going all at the same time. So, I mean, that's 8 videos a week. That's not too bad. I think that might end up whittling down to possibly 3 series a week. Maybe 2 if Horizon Forbidden West can't be stretched out that long. But yeah, that's pretty much all this update video is here to tell you, is that something happened. Something bad happened. PC died. And right now, I don't really have a very reliable means of making videos, and that sucks. And probably the thing that I'm most frustrated about isn't the uploads at the moment, but it's actually the fact that all the progress I have spent the last few months trying to make to get ahead of the curve is just gone. It's just gone. I mean, I guess now whatever recreational time I wanted to use for other things, I guess I can take that for the entire summer, so that's nice, but that means as soon as I do get my new computer, I got to get to work. And that sucks because I was hoping to get something like 6 months ahead. I was up to like 2 months ahead, and now I'm not going to be ahead at all. And that's really frustrating. But what can you do? Things happen. I mean, I am kicking myself for not replacing the PC sooner. I really should have, but, you know, hindsight's 20/20 and all that. Anyways, that's all I really had to say. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.